morning, welcome to Property Express News, brought to you by P live from our studios at Ofanko. I am Nanaya Ochrebia. In the top stories today, Ghana Revenue Authority to enhance nationwide enforcement to ensure compliance with property rate payment. A hydro engineer seeks safety audit for a Kosombo and Pond Dam spillage affected buildings. And in international news, China's biggest private sector developer, Country Garden, appears to be heading for default. Was sponsored by the Property Express magazine, Africa's leading real estate publication. Catch the newest edition on our website www.africanpropertymagazine.com. I am Nanaya Ochrebia. Now the news in details. GRA to enhance nationwide enforcement to ensure compliance with property rates. The Ghana Revenue Authority plans to enhance nationwide enforcement to ensure compliance with property rate payment. This includes prosecuting non-compliant property owners to demonstrate the consequences of non-payment. myassembly.gov.gh, a new property rate collection platform in Ghana, has collected over 20 million Ghana cedis in 3 months. This amount was paid voluntarily during a 52-day moratorium provided under the Local Governance Act 2016. Around 70% of the funds have been transferred to relevant metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies (MMDAs), with the remainder covering collection costs. The new property rate system, launched in April, is expected to boost revenue mobilization for MMDAs and the country as a whole. The platform has provided free information technology equipment and smart services to provide property rate collection officials to facilitate access and payment. Over 2,250 personnel have been equipped with these devices, supported by technical officers in all 261 districts across the country. Moving on in the news, a hydro engineer seeks safety audits for Akosombo and Pond Dam spill affected buildings. Mr. Wise Ametefe, an expert in hydro engineering, has called for a safety audit of buildings affected by the spillage of the Akosombo and Pond Dams in Ghana's eastern region. He is concerned that the floodwaters may lead to erosion and compromise the structural integrity of these structures, potentially endangering occupants' lives. Mr. Ametefe, the immediate past registrar of the Engineering Council, emphasized the need for this safety audit to be conducted promptly once the floodwaters recede to prevent further distress. The spillage from the dams, which began on September 15th, has submerged many houses in communities along the lower Volta Basin, displacing at least 26,000 people and causing damage to properties and farmlands. The extent of the damage has yet to be officially quantified. Mr. Ametefe called for collaboration between local assemblies and the Engineering Council to carry out inspections and checks on affected structures. He also urged affected homeowners not to reoccupy their houses until they have been declared safe by the authorities. In other news, Ms. Hannah Atiasi, CEO of Iwas Roti and Consultancy, recently delivered a speech at the Ghana Business Investment Forum in the United States, where she explored the opportunities and challenges within Ghana's real estate sector. Her address highlighted the importance of collaboration between the public and private sectors in the industry. Ms. Atiasi emphasized networking as a vital aspect of business growth and community building. Addressing challenges within the real estate sector, she pointed to the complexities of the land acquisition process and associated delays. She stressed the need for streamlining this process to expedite property title acquisition and due diligence, thus enhancing the sector's efficiency and appeal to potential investors. High interest rates on loans, known as CD loans, were another issue Ms. Atiasi addressed. She emphasized the necessity of finding ways to reduce the rate, making it more feasible for people to invest in real estate and climb the property ladder. Please stay with us as we go for a short break. We will be right back. Welcome back from the break. This is Property Express News brought to you by PE Live from our studios at Ofanko. I am Nanaya Otrepia. And in international news, China's biggest private sector developer, Country Garden, appears to be heading for default after failing to make a payment on an offshore bond, another critical moment in the slow reckoning taking place in the country's vast property sector. 2 years ago, it was a default of another developer, Evergrande, which encapsulated concern over the sale of problems in Chinese property. Evergrande had racked up $340 billion of liabilities and become the world's most indebted property developer. Country Garden was long thought more stable, but its problems now show both the deterioration in the sector, with sales drying up and thousands of store developments across China, the difficulties for Beijing in getting to grips with long crisis that has shaken the world's second largest economy. According to Larry Hu, chief China economist at Macquarie, they have been muddling through, but the measures they have taken so far have not been enough to ease the developer-related credit risks perceived by home buyers. The turmoil among property developers is hugely significant for China because construction and real estate has been the motor of much of its growth. Property and related industries have often contributed roughly a quarter of gross domestic product. That's all for news. Thank you for staying with us, and a very big thank you to the Property Express magazine for sponsoring. For more news, kindly visit our website www.propertyexpress.org. You can also reach us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at Property Express. This has been PE Live. I am Nanaya Otrepia. Have a good day.